How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the Alternative Energies Labs. This is part one of a two-part video series. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends about it, and leave us some comments. Let us know what you think. Thanks, everybody. Here we go. How you doing, everybody? Bones here in the Alternative Energies Lab. It's been quite a while since I put up a new video. Times are a little slow around here. I haven't had a job in a month. The economy's killing me here. But I've been playing. I've been doing quite a bit of stuff. I've been working with some people on the on YouTube behind the scenes a little bit, talking to different people and doing different things. I haven't stopped working on the cells. I still got the cells, and we sold a couple here and there. My problem is I'm trying to get a hold of the O2 sensors and the map sensors and stuff. So this is one of those. This is like a D17 design. I just figured I'd slap it together and experiment with it and see what comes up. Got my selector switch on there and everything. Makes a difference. I mean, it does work. It made a difference. So I pretty much took this design and compacted it a lot smaller and built something a little bit smaller that can fit inside of one of these little job box things here. I got a bunch of these little job boxes that were given to me by somebody. I don't remember where they came in the mail. If I remember what his name was, I'd give him credit for it. But so I went ahead and did that. Just made myself a little controller because you got to drop off the 12 volts down to milliamps. So it's pretty neat. There's not a hell of a lot to it, but it works. It does what it's got to do. I've made the all famous zero fossil fuel PWM boards. I made about half a dozen of them using the old pot switches because that's what I had. So I had to change the design a little bit on his board from the one he has. So I just stuck it on the AutoCAD and redrew, just moved those lines around. And the only other thing I did, because of the way that I mount mine in my boxes, is Z's got like his gate and source and his negative plate up on the top here. I just moved all of mine to the bottom. Everything's at the bottom. All of my connections now. I don't know if that's going to focus in on the camera there. But you can see I just brought all those. I brought them all down to the bottom. Now I have to tint this yet. I haven't tinted it yet. I just soldered all the pieces in. I'll go back and tint all these wires. But yeah, I just did it because it gives me a little bit more room. I don't have to come underneath the board or around the board. I can bring everything off the bottom of the board now. So that's just it. I had somebody request some of these, so I had made a couple of those. But well, here, let me show you this. I don't think I've showed anybody this yet either. This is my dry cell. 21 plates. The Stinger EX, yeah. It's nothing different than anybody else's dry cell. Another dry cell. The 2 holes on the bottom, 3 on the top. Gonna experiment with it. I don't know. I might change it. Block 1 hole, not block a hole. I don't know. You gotta start somewhere. So this was the start to what I got working. But this is what I made the video about. I have been working, like I said, on my time off between looking for work. I don't know what to call it yet, but there it is. That is my animal. Let me get this thing out of the picture. I was joking around with my wife the other day, and I says, I think what I'm going to call it is my ECU manipulator module. I got it pretty much wired up to do everything we need to take care of. I just try keeping everything in one box and making it a non-bulky box. So we'll take a look at the guts. Alright, the guts of the thing is, obviously, Z's famous PWM. Hopefully we can see that. There's his PWM. I got a 75 amp MOSFET down there. On there, got my lugs for the control. Straight down, I know it doesn't look pretty, but straight down you can see my two pot switches here are for my map sensors, so I can control the map sensor on the vehicle. And then hanging on the far wall is my new controller for my O2 sensors, my EFEI control. So I've got it down to 8 wires, or 6 wires, I'm sorry, 6 wires coming out of the controller. I'll have my 2 for my map sensor. I'll have 4 for my dual O2 sensor. This is for a dual, this controller here is for a dual O2. So that'll be my 6 wires. Then obviously you'll have your positive wire, like you would on any PWM. And then I have my source, my feed, and then my load, my cell, right here. Obviously the heat sink with the fan up on the top. This is our controls for our map sensors. We'll have on, off, bypass. Then we've got city, highway. Just a little LED green light to let you know that the unit's got power. You know, if you're using the map sensor. So obviously we're just taking the power off of the main power wire coming into the unit right there, using the ground coming in. Now I'll put a capacitor to make sure I don't get any noises or feedback going back to my controller. So we'll test it out. Again, it's still in the testing. I've tested all of the pieces separately. They all work good. But when I'm working on the truck, I've got these controls everywhere. PWM is in one spot, and my O2 sensor, my EFEI controls in another spot, and the map sensor is in the other spot. So we'll see, just see how it all works together. So I'm at the point now where I'm ready to do all my fine tuning. I've got my holes drilled for my PWM, so I can control it, get it tweaked the way I need it to get it tweaked. Everything's pretty much ready to roll. But that's what I've been doing lately. I haven't been idled. Alright everybody, video went a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, so this is the end of part 1. Appreciate you taking the time to watch our videos. Stand by, part 2 is next in line. Don't forget to subscribe to our videos and leave any comments or any suggestions that you have. Anything I can help you with. Appreciate it. I'll see you on the next video.